Tourach reigns supreme. Hello my friends, it's Johnaroth, and today I am playing with another new commander. And when I say new, I mean new to Arena. This is a card that's been around for a while in regular Paper Magic, but just recently came to Arena. Today we play with Tourach, Dread Cantor. Tourach is a human cleric that's a 2/1 for 1 and a black, and you can pay an additional 2 mana as a kicker. He has protection from white, and if you pay the kicker, your opponent has to discard 2 cards at random, and whenever your opponent discards a card, you put a +1/+1 on Tourach. Now I will tell you, I did a lot of tinkering with Tourach before bringing you my final build. You could focus purely on a discard build with a ton of discard effects, but that's kind of what Tourach is for. And I found in those types of builds, you're stuck when your opponent is empty-handed and you have all these discard cards in your hand and you're not really winning the game. So I really kind of focused on balancing that out. There are a few discard effects in this deck, such as Go Blank. We have Davriel to make them discard cards, those types of things. But this is more focused on discarding our opponent's cards and also winning the game. So we have a lot of really big effects. We have several planeswalkers like Professor Onyx, Liliana. We have benefits from discard effects like Turgid, Gray Merchant, and Corrupt to burn our opponent down. And then just some super powerful creatures such as Shieldred the Apocalypse and Barragoyf that can just win you the game. I will tell you, this is a lot of fun to play. The games go by really quickly and really fast because Tourach is a fast and aggressive commander. So let us take Tourach, Dread Cantor, into the queue and see if we can make our opponents discard some cards for their loss. Let's go. Our very first game is against Golos, Tireless Pilgrim. That's a very powerful commander. This hand is really good. Dark Ritual and the Black Market Connections turn 1 is excellent, so I'm going to keep this. Golos is a super strong commander. Basically, you get him out of the battlefield for 5. He gets a bunch of different lands. You can, for 7 mana, you can exile the top 3 cards and play them without paying their mana costs. Our opponent mulliganed multiple times. Let's see if he stays in the game. Dark Ritual and the Black Market Connections. Let's go. Opponent puts down a tapped land. We're going to go for all the modes with Black Market Connections. Put down a swamp. I'm going to pass the turn. Opponent's going to look for a land. We're just going to have to be very aggressive with Golos. Golos is very powerful. I'm going to draw a card, create a treasure. Let's go ahead and put down a land. Let's put down our Chrome Mox as well, getting rid of the Toxic Deluge. And I'm going to cast Tourach with the kicker, make our opponent discard 2 cards. Pump up Tourach. Our commander's getting stronger. Hit our opponent for 3. Opponent goes for the Key of the Archive. He's got 1 card left. Opponent discards a card, which makes our commander stronger again. Let's go for a treasure and drawing a card here. Ooh, we got Winter Moon. Let's go ahead and play Winter Moon, which is going to help him struggle to draw his lands. And that is enough to win our very first game with Tourach. Having our opponent discard cards and then Winter Moon, allowing him to only untap one land each turn with all those special lands that he has, means that he's not going to have enough mana to cast any bigger spells or even his commander. We're going to swing in for a bring out Gary do some more damage, our opponent is dead within a turn. So really good first game. Tourach proved to be a pretty powerful commander. Good game. Our second game is Mono Black versus Mono Black. Zul, Asher, Lichlord. This hand is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and keep this. Zul Asher's a 2/2. It has a ward of pay 2 life, and you can cast zombie creatures from your graveyard. I'm going to go ahead and cast Inquisition. Look at our opponent's hand. See what our opponent has here. Okay, got some zombies, got a kill card. I'm going to take away his Necropotence because that is a card draw engine. Opponent gets out a Stitcher's Supplier. Let's go ahead and put down a land, pass the turn. Opponent swinging in. Put down land, we're going to pass the turn. I'm saving Tourach's ability until we can actually make our opponent discard some cards here. Opponent swings in. It's our turn. Let's go ahead and put down land. Let's get out Tourach with the kicker, make our opponent discard some cards. Opponent can kill Tourach, but he's already done some damage, so that's good. There's some more cards gone. Opponent swings in with the Stitcher Supplier. Let's go ahead and get out the Arcane Signet, and I'm going to Fatal Push Zorashur here. Take some damage, but it's worth it. Kill off his commander. Pass the turn. Opponent's going to get out Zorashur again. We're going to go ahead and just kill him off right now. Buy us some time. Okay, let's see here. Our opponent has 2 cards left. Do we have enough to kick Tourach again? I think we do. So let's get rid of our opponent's whole hand here. Opponent does have enough mana, unfortunately, to get out Zorashur again. I'm going to go ahead and block the Stitcher Supplier because we have Shieldred. Our opponent doesn't know that. Let's go ahead and get out Shieldred, making him sacrifice Zorashur. And that is enough to win the game again. These are super quick games. But Tourach getting rid of our opponent's hand while putting pressure on the battlefield is just proving to be too much for our opponents here. It's really good to be able to get this commander out and just essentially rob our opponent of their resources while we build up ours. So that was another really good game. So far, we're 2-0. Good game. Our next game is going to be a tricky one. We're playing against Sephiroth. This hand is not bad. We get to go first. I would like some removal, but hopefully we can get there. I do want to keep the Dark Ritual until we can get something very beneficial and valuable out of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put down a land. Pass the turn. Sephiroth is a super strong commander where let's go ahead and cast the Gifted Aetherborn, get that out. When he enters or attacks, you may sacrifice another creature if you do draw another card. Basically, he's got like a Blood Artist effect. He can draw cards. It's pretty good. I'm actually going to cast Dark Ritual to get out Black Market Connections, because that's going to... This is the second time in 3 games I've gotten that, but it's going to prove to be a huge benefit for us. Hey, he's got a Spectacle of Destruction. Basically gets to draw cards when creatures die. Hoping we can draw some lands here, though. Okay, our opponent has Sephiroth directly. Interesting choice. Let's go ahead and go for all the modes here. I probably shouldn't have gone for all the modes, I guess. But let's go ahead and swing in with the Gifted Etherborn. Opponent's gonna block with Sephiroth? I was gonna say, that would not have been a good move. Do we kill off everything here? I think we do. Sephiroth has too much of a card to draw advantage, so let's just go ahead and cast Toxic Deluge here. Wipe the board. We did kind of lose out on sacrificing our creature, but Sephiroth just has too much value. He's gonna get to draw a card because of the Spectacle, unfortunately. I think we'll hold off on summoning any more shapeshifters. Our opponent has an Atlasats. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and cast Heartless Act on the Atlasats. And I'm going to go ahead and cast the Nighthawk Scavenger. I don't want to use up all my treasures. Hopefully our next turn we can get out like Professor Onyx or something like that. Opponent's thinking. Hopefully we can continue to draw some more kill spells of some kind. Does have enough mana to cast Sephiroth. He's going to cast Sephiroth and kill off the Bloodghast, draw a card. We're definitely going to kill Sephiroth again. Let's go ahead and draw a treasure and another card. I'm going to go ahead and cast a treasure here to kill off Sephiroth. I'm trying to be very mindful of using too much of anything. Let's go ahead and get out our commander here, make our opponent discard some cards. Swing in with the Nighthawk, we'll gain some life back. Sephiroth's a tough commander to beat, especially since he gains a lot of life from things dying. Opponent has a ton of cards too. That's also a problem. Come on, opponent. Got a lot of mana, got a lot of cards. Okay, our opponent's gonna kill off Nighthawk Scavenger here. And get out an Elegy Acolyte. Opponent's going to get out a Bloodghast back from the grave and reanimate Cavalier of Night to kill off Tourach. Perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and draw another card. Well, that worked out pretty well. Let's go ahead and cast Damnation here to wipe the board. Opponent's gonna get back Sephiroth. Go ahead and get out Shieldred here. Hopefully we can keep some more pressure on our opponent. This is a very tough deck for us to beat with ours because of the life gain that our opponent has. Opponent has a Blood Gas back. Opponent's gonna go for it. Gonna draw another card, take some more damage. We're gonna go ahead and block Sephiroth, kill him off. Opponent's going to do a meat hook for 2 to kill off our Shieldred. Perfectly fine. Opponent does not have enough mana to summon Sephiroth again. I think we're probably going to attack our opponent's hand this time. He can't bring out Aklasats yet. Maybe we go for Liliana. I don't know yet. We'll see. Rankle's Prank. We're each gonna lose 2 cards, perfectly fine. Let's go ahead and draw another card, create a treasure here. Let's get out a Terminus. Now, if he could summon Aklasats back, this is gonna be tricky. We're getting really low on life, and our opponent, unfortunately, is playing with an alchemy card that allows him to get 2 cards every turn, basically. Opponent has a Grave Pact. Okay, our opponent summons in a Theomancer, as well as Aklasats back onto the battlefield. I don't think we're going to win this one, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and create a treasure. Let's go ahead and wipe the board here. Hopefully we can... I'm just going to make sure Aklasats gets removed forever. It's in our opponent's hand, nothing. It's a lot of counters. Yeah, unfortunately we're dead on that game. It's just, there's just too much value when it's mono black versus mono black, when you have a deck that has so much life gain, plus he had that alchemy card that basically allows him to draw 2 cards every turn. He unfortunately had way too much value for us to win. We were never going to run our opponent completely out of cards, so that was a good game though. Good game. Our next game is against Tifa Lockhart. We're going to need a lot of removal spells against Tifa. This is such a great hand if we had some removal. But unfortunately we don't. I have to mulligan because I need removal spells here. This is a little better. Not great, but at least we have a removal spell. I'm gonna go ahead and take out the Bandit's Talent. You have to have removal spells for Tifa. I mentioned this in another video. You have to have as many removal spells as possible because he's just going to be able to pump up Tifa a lot. There's an Emerald Medallion. I'm just going to keep up spells to remove Tifa. Opponent has Swiftfoot Boots. Do you have a land, opponent? Let's go ahead and get rid of some cards in our opponent's hand with Tourach. No matter what, we'll be able to use the Snuff Out. Let's see what our opponent does here. He may still be able to win this. I don't know. Opponent's going to try to put the boots on Tifa. We're going to try to kill Tifa off. Opponent's going to protect Tifa. We're in trouble. Opponent can pump up Tifa to a 4-3. Maybe even more. I don't know. Depends what he has. He's going to swing in. Okay. I'm going to block. We're both dead. I don't necessarily think that was a good move for our opponent, but okay. Let's go ahead and get... Well, do we have enough for the kicker? We do not. Let's go ahead and get out Egrix here. And hope he can't pump up Tifa enough to win the game. Opponent's got a definite advantage here. Down a land, and let's swing in with Egrix. Unfortunately, we have a land on top. Okay, let's cast Blood on the Snow here to destroy all creatures, and we'll get back Egrix. Tifa's dead again. Now we can really start to put some pressure on our opponent here. Opponent can play lands off the top with Cursor. Wonder if he's going to equip the boots to Corsair. He might. Looks like he's going to. Okay. We drew a land. Let's see what we get with Egrix here. We have a Dismember, which we can't use. But what we can do is we can use Tourach with the kicker to remove all the rest of the cards in our opponent's hand, which is excellent. So our opponent has no cards in hand now. We'll pump up Tourach. Let's go ahead and put down a land here. We cannot use the Dismember. Their opponent has a Bristly Bill. Opponent's going to cast Tifa. Let's go ahead and cast Feed the Swarm on Tifa Killer now. So he can't do anything. And that is enough to win the game. The combination of Egrix swinging and gaining us life and Tourach completely crippling our opponent's hand means that even a tough commander after multiple mulligans from us cannot win. Tourach reigns supreme. Good game. This is Mono Black versus Mono Black. This hand has no removal, but we'll be able to get out Ashiok pretty quickly with the ramp. I'm going to go ahead and try this. This may be risky, quite honestly, but I think it's worth it. Let's go ahead and get out the Cold Steel Heart. Say black. Opponent has a Terminus here. Let's go ahead and get out the Unstoppable Slasher. Does our opponent have a way of killing that? Maybe Dismember? I don't know. Opponent has Davriel. He's going to kill off the Unstoppable Slasher. Perfectly fine. Oh, it's because it has a perpetual effect on it. Let's go ahead and get out Shieldred here, both as a blocker and as a way to kill off Davriel. Opponent has an Overlord. Opponent's going to get back Davriel. Wow. Opponent's eyeing our... Gonna Thought Seize us. What do you want to take away, opponent? Yeah, I would have taken the Ashiok too. That was a good move. How many cards do you have in your graveyard? 6. What do we need? 8 or more. Ugh. Alright. Let's go ahead and get out Tourach and with the kicker, make our opponent discard some cards here. We're going to swing in with Shieldred. Opponent's going to use Toxic Deluge on us. Down a land. Our opponent only has 1 card left. Let's just go ahead and make sure our opponent gets rid of whatever they have. Pump up our commander. Opponent has Egrix on the battlefield. Let's go ahead and kill off Egrix. Let's get out Turgrid here as well as another threat. We're going to swing in with Tourach. Opponent's going to heist our library, looking for something to probably remove one of our creatures, I guess. Our opponent has a Barragoyf. Why can't we cast that? That's weird. Any target. That's weird that we couldn't actually cast the Snuff out. I must be missing something here. I don't know why I can't cast the Snuff out right now. Let's go ahead and draw another card. Let's go ahead and get out a Solemn Simulacrum. Alright, now we can. That was weird. Oh, non-black. That's what it was. Oops, my bad. Opponent's going to gain some life here. We're going to draw a card. Okay. So, step 1. Let's go ahead and kill the Overlord here. Step 2, let's swing in with everything. And then step 3, we're going to use Corrupt on our opponent's face. For lethal. Good game, Merlin. Good game. Thank you, my friends, for watching another one of my videos. This one featuring Tourach Dread Cantor. Tourach is a lot of fun to play, and I would put him at probably about a B as far as power level goes, mid B. He's very strong, and I did win most of the games that I did have with my final build. The key is to make sure that you do not have too many discard effects in your deck, because like I said at the beginning of this video, you end up with a bunch of cards that do nothing towards the latter part of the game, so you do need some very strong closers to finish off that type of game. But he is a lot of fun, and the win ratio is very solid. The deck list is in the description below. Please don't forget to like. Please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to leave a comment talking about Tourach or another commander you'd like me to look into, or why Magic the Gathering is the best game on the planet. I don't really care as long as I talk to you, part of the Magic community. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.